Don't you love these series of lanterns here? I wonder how these luminaria were created.
Well, when we spoke to the artists Diana Goldberg and Julie Cohn, we learned a lot about how this artwork came to be. Technology was an integral part of this artwork from the idea to the completion.
That's right. First they had to decide what form the work would take, and then the idea came for a luminaria, which is widely seen around here and also ties into the roots of Texas as formerly part of Mexico.
For this Bernoulli lantern, they took many screenshots from YouTube videos with the airfoil in all different kinds of angles, and those were in the format of a JPEG.
Then they drew the second rectangle in AutoCAD with the stainless steel panel widths included. For the whole continuous piece flattened out. They then imported the JPEG and laid them out in a pattern so they visually looked like they were balanced throughout the entire lantern.
Then they had to draw the airflow so that it worked, flowing from one airfoil to the next, and this took a lot of stopping and starting and moving things around to get a pattern that they liked.
Some of the luminaria took 2 weeks to get finalized in AutoCAD. One of them took many months of days after days of moving things around to get the right density, the right pattern that flowed around the entire luminaria. There was a lot more work that went into the drawing of this than is evident by just looking at it.
So the airfoils part took a significant amount of time because throughout they had to check that the spacing was that they put in between the openings was not closer than 1.5 inches to keep the structural integrity of the pieces.
Then they had to find a laser cutting company, a metal fabricator, a lighting engineer, and figure out who was going to install the work. They also had to go to the structural engineer as there was a concern for wind.
So this was truly a science, technology, engineering, art, and math project.
That is true. I love that these artists used their creative minds and technology together to come up with ways to visually represent complex data patterns connected to 6 different kinds of technologies: quantum mechanics, airfoils, contrails, jet propulsions, weather patterns, and computer circuits. What kind of complex data you think you can use if you were making an art pattern out of it?
So maybe you could use social media data usage from different areas around Dallas, broken down by zip code, or you could look at traffic patterns and how they vary during the day in the Metroplex.
Yeah, and you could try like different bird migration patterns or butterfly migration patterns. So you can do this in school or at home. Just look up some good data online, do some research of data online, and figure out different ways of representing it visually and make a pattern like how these artists did.
Thank you for watching.